Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Subsistence. This is the Barebone Survivor. Unfortunately, during my last recording, something corrupted with my audio file. That's the bad news. Um, so I'll have to do a little voiceover on this episode, but so many things happen and so much progress is made that you really don't want to miss it. And I didn't want you guys to miss it. So I did cut down the video a pretty good bit, but I kept all the important stuff in there so that you guys get to see it. We're going to start off with a little farming, and we're going to pick up the pace here in just a few seconds. Thanks for joining me, guys. Okay, guys, do you like those little fast-paced farming montages? I think they're pretty good. It's fun making them anyway. So right here, I'm gonna pick up a little wood. We had to stay relatively close to the fire during this episode. There's a lot of grinding, of course. It's day 2. And we have to get our base up off the ground. We have to feed ourselves, and it's just a lot of grinding. It's just a lot of grinding. So most of this episode I cut because of that purpose. And once you progress a lot more in the game, you get to a point where you get to do a lot more exciting stuff. So we have the bow at this point. And we're going to take down this chicken, hopefully. Yeah. I wanted to highlight this because it was the first kill we had. Okay. This is really... I left this in here because look how close this bear is to our platform. I was so nervous right here. I think I even alert him at the beginning. Yep, he's standing, but crouched down, and he never bothered me. Go into our inventory. As you can see, the protein's a little low, and we don't have much to go around, so cook up that chicken, feed the fire, try to bring up the stats as much as possible. Look at that bear. He gets very close. At this point, I think I was holding my breath. I have no box. I have nothing. I would have lost everything at this point if he would have decided to get after me. Chicken takes... Well, the chicken doesn't take long to cook. So I was looking here, want to get that box down so we have a place to store our items, and that way, if or when we end up dying, look at that bear. He was so close. So when we end up dying, we don't lose everything. And after I get away from him, I go back to the grind. He just did not want to leave, and finally he walks off. We got the box crafted. Just set it right down there and transfer all of our important loot into that box. All the nails, scrap metal, bullets that we aren't using, fishing gear, all that stuff goes into the box so we don't lose it. In the fight to get my protein up, I come across another chicken, and I really didn't want to miss. You can see I was jittery. Got him. And the game will not let me grab him. Okay, we got him. Let's keep going. So at this point, I was thinking, getting close to dark, but we need to put a roof on this base. So I crafted up a couple of pieces. We didn't want the rain to put out our fire. And usually after the first couple of days, that happens. I was trying to place this half wall in the center. I didn't know if you could do that. Obviously not, but we do end up getting it placed. And I used the half wall just to save up on resources because I know this is not going to be the main base. Put a ceiling on there and boom. Fire is now safe from the rain. As it gets closer to dark, I'm just gonna try to keep the stats up. We have a cooked rabbit at this point, 2 apples. Probably try to catch a fish during the night. Just do some basic housekeeping. This reminds me, how are you guys doing today? Leave a comment below. At this point I tried to fish and it was not going very well. We ended up catching one, but it was a struggle after this. I think I fished all night and didn't catch anything else. Nice little salmon, which, as you know, gives you 2 fillets and 2 fish oils, so it's really good. During the morning, went for another grind and reported back to the base just to tidy up and organize and keep grinding, because at this point it was time to get our main base going. Okay, so I'll start crafting a few foundations, some stairs. I think I get the BCU going and a wall because I want to get that thing down. We need the lockpick, and I don't like to wait. A lot of people do like to wait, but I don't. I didn't even bother relighting this fire because I knew it was time to get the base going. So I let that stuff craft. Grab everything out of the box, which scared the living crap out of me, and worked my way back up to the waterfall. I wanted to base at the waterfall because what's the point of being in a beautiful game if you can't enjoy the view? I really wanted to look out on the lake and have the running water. I thought it'd be a really cool place to set up our base. At this point, we're gonna kick off another little farming montage as I work my way to the waterfall. Okay, we had a little scare there, running really close to a bear, and I thought I was going to lose all my stuff, but we made it to the waterfall. I really took my time to try to get this thing centered. I am not the best person at this. I really enjoy it, but I don't make really elaborate bases. I'd like to. So I wanted it centered and I wanted it high so I could build back without worrying about it going into the ground. So we got a couple of foundations. I thought it looked pretty good. I put a couple of foundations. I'm going to put the stairs. And voila. All we got left to do is put the wall and the BCU. I didn't know exactly how to place this because eventually I want to have some glass and be able to look through the base and see the view of the lake. So after thinking about it for an awfully long amount of time, I decided to put it there. Why? Now that I look at it, I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have, but it's there now. And I'm not too worried about it. We got action. We got our lockpick. Now, at this point, I want to build another box really fast, and I did not want to make a regular fire. It was very important to me at this point to get that wood burner put up. I just don't want to throw away a bunch of wood in a regular campfire. Alright, the hunters will be here in a couple of days. In the early parts of the game, they're really not that much of a hassle. It's progressive. One will come out and start a base. Over the course of several days, you get more and more hunters in the area, but we have about 2 days before they even show up. And then after that, it's even more days. So by the time they really get going, we'll be well off enough to be able to fight them. Hopefully, and not die. So I went out real quick, got some things, made the box. And what a relief, guys. Get all our stuff stored away in the box. Build back up the stats. We have running water here. Can't fish from this location. That's why I left I'm gonna end up making a fishing dock down below and a place to go pearl diving and things like that. I took a little extra time here just to kind of somewhat keep like things together. I don't know how OCD you guys are, but for me, I just wanted some kind of function to the box. It's kind of hard to do when all you have is one box, but we manage. At this point, only protein I have is that protein bars and the rabbit. And I like to save those protein bars for an emergency, so I wanted to get that wood burner down so that we could cook that rabbit. Double check what we need. Just need the power. We were just basically waiting on power and mass to build it. Double check. I was thinking, well, I got everything. And right off the bat, I mean, not minutes after we built that BCU, we come across a lock crate. Now, it was okay. We got some stuff. We're gonna have to start thinking about making some antidotes, a little bit of refined copper and iron, weapons parts, a lot of stuff. I don't know. It was a so-so crate. So we made a little trip back to the base, and at this point, I could see we're starting to lose the light. So put everything from the lock crate up. because we do not want to fall under the curse of the lock crate. Get a lock crate and you think, oh, it's fine, I'll just keep on looting, and then you get killed. Turn that carrot into a seed. The planter box will be on our list of things to do probably in the next episode. Protein's starting to drop, and we're working on that wood burner. We're gonna go out and make use of our time. Wanted to look for some kelp since I didn't have any more fruits and vegetables either. So we took a little swim. Got a couple of pieces of kelp. And our first pearl. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna grab every pearl we can because it gets to where it's just so hard to keep up with the demand. You have to either go diving and use your diving equipment, or if you get them along the way, you can build up a nice little stockpile before you need them. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to base here anyway. We're not that far from lithium, obsidian, silicon, and pearls. 4 things that are very important, especially when you start talking about solar panels and things like that. At this point, I was thinking, well, it's gonna get dark on me pretty soon. I need to get back to the base and build that wood burner before it's too late. I had a nice interaction with a bear I thought was funny. I'd like for you guys to be able to see. I wanted to get this box before I went back to base, and there's a bear right there. Nope. We'll let him have it for tonight. So, at that point, we have the power and we have the mass. So, let's get that wood burner done to finish off the episode. I really hope I did this episode justice with my voiceover work here. I did some test recordings. I got my audio back up and running for episode 3. That will be dropping very soon. This is part of our new series with the updated equipment and just a better quality of the video. I was looking for my fire starter. I thought I had crafted one, but I never did, so I needed to craft up a stick and make that fire starter. And it's there. I thought we accomplished so much in this episode. I was so disappointed whenever I couldn't hear my audio when I played back the recording. But thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. I loved having you here today. Be on the lookout because we're going to keep progressing in episode 3. See you soon.